Hey everyone, and welcome to the Explainer. Today we are cracking open the story behind a snack that is loved pretty much all over the world, the humble sunflower seed. You know them, they're crunchy, they're so satisfying, and they feel like the perfect healthy choice. But is there maybe a little more to this popular seed than meets the eye? Okay, let's get into it. I mean, really think about it for a second. When you grab that handful of sunflower seeds, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, it's a guilt-free snack, right? Something you can just kind of munch on without a second thought. But what if I told you that little handful holds a few secrets? And look, let's be totally clear, that healthy reputation is definitely well-deserved. Sunflower seeds are absolutely packed with the good stuff. We're talking about things like vitamin E, which is a fantastic antioxidant, magnesium for your muscles, and all those healthy fats that are so great for your heart. It really is a powerhouse of nutrition. But, and you knew there was a but coming, like any good story, there's always a twist. Behind that super healthy image, there are a few things that we really need to be aware of. You know, things that might just change the way you look at your favorite snack. So first, let's stick with the good news. Why do we love these things so much in the first place? Well, it's not just about that salty, satisfying taste. It's about what's packed inside every single tiny kernel. It's pretty easy to see why they're so popular, right? In just one small serving, you get this amazing dose of vitamin E, which is great for your skin and your immune system. Plus, you get magnesium, healthy fats, protein, and a really solid amount of fiber. It's a genuinely nutrient-dense food. Okay, so we've celebrated the hero. Now it's time to uncover that surprising dark side. Because for as healthy as they are, there are some potential downsides that, honestly, we tend to overlook. And this right here really gets to the core of it. You can almost think of it like a tale of two seeds. On one hand, you have this incredible source of all those essential nutrients. But on the other hand, you've got these potential traps, like being high in calories and sodium, especially if we're not really paying attention to how many we're eating. So let's get specific. What are the actual risks we're talking about when we have just a little too much of a good thing? Well, the first big one is calories. It is so easy to forget because they're so small, but sunflower seeds are incredibly calorie dense. That little handful you grab, it packs a much, much bigger punch than you might think. And, you know, the result of that is pretty straightforward. If you're mindlessly snacking on them all day, those calories can add up really fast, which, if it's not balanced out, might contribute to some weight gain over time. It really just comes down to being aware of your portion sizes. And then there's the salt. A lot of the most popular brands are just loaded with salt for flavor. This quote really puts it into perspective. That much sodium intake is directly linked to some pretty serious issues, like high blood pressure. And the risks don't stop there. First off, while fiber is awesome, way too much at once can cause some digestive issues. Second, if you're someone who loves chewing on the shells, just be aware that over time it can actually damage your teeth. And finally, the seeds have something in them called phytic acid, which can kind of act like a blocker, stopping your body from absorbing other important minerals like iron and calcium. Now, here's a concept that's a little more science-y, but super important: nutritional balance. See, sunflower seeds are really high in a type of fat called omega-6. We need omega-6 for sure, but our bodies work best when there's a good balance between omega-6 and another fat, omega-3. If we eat way too many sunflower seeds, it can throw that balance way off, which has been linked to inflammation in the body. And just a few other quick things to keep in mind. While it is pretty uncommon, sunflower seed allergies are a real thing. More practically though, you have to think about freshness. Those healthy oils in the seeds can actually go bad or rancid if they're old. And if you store them in a warm or damp place, yeah, you could even end up with mold. Okay, I know that was a lot of doom and gloom, but listen, the goal here isn't to scare you away from sunflower seeds for good. Not at all. The goal is to help you enjoy them the right way. So let's talk about how to snack a whole lot smarter. So here's your action plan. It's super simple. First, tackle that sodium problem by picking up the unsalted or lightly salted kinds. Then, protect your teeth by going for the seeds that are already shelled. Keep them fresh by storing them in a cool, dark spot. And maybe most importantly, Don't let them be your only snack. Make them just one part of a diverse and balanced diet. You know, when you boil everything down, the calories, the sodium, the omega-6 fats, it all points to one single powerful idea. That is truly the key to enjoying just about any food out there. And here it is, moderation. At the end of the day, sunflower seeds aren't good or bad. They're just a nutritious food that can be a fantastic part of your diet. The problems we've talked about, they don't come from the seeds themselves. They happen when we go overboard. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Knowing all this, how can you make your own snacking habits just a little more mindful? Remember, it's not about restriction, it's all about awareness. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.